Hello and welcome to session 2 of the Personal Branding Blueprint. My name is Ryan, I'm your host, and today's topic is your online brand. Now we touched a little bit about your online brand in session 1. Today we're going to take a little bit deeper dive and we'll also talk about some specific actions that you can take based on what you found in session 1's homework. So as we discussed in session 1, there are characteristics for your offline brand, but there are also characteristics for your online brand as well. Those characteristics include social media, images or video, or maybe a website. So we're talking about things like LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or if you're a little bit more advanced than some others, maybe it's you.com. So if you have your own website, congratulations. You're much further along than a lot of other people are at this point. But just like with your offline brand, your online brand, when taken in totality, gives a perception about you. And this is a perception that will be gleaned from people you don't even know. You may never meet, but it will be the first thing that they see about you, and it may be the last thing that they see about you, depending upon what you're communicating via your online brand. And as we discussed in session 1, perception is reality. So let's talk about your online brand and its importance in today's career environment. In a recent survey conducted by JobVite, it found that 93% of recruiters use social media when researching a candidate. They do this really for 2 reasons. First, they want to get a feel for your professional experience. And so when they do that, they look at LinkedIn. And what they're looking for when they go to LinkedIn are the following 3 things. First is your professional experience. Second, they want to see the length of tenure at your jobs. So before they even see a resume now, they're pulling up what you put on LinkedIn and they're looking at the length of tenure that you're spending at each job that you have. And 3, they want to see that you have the specific hard skills that are required for the position that they're researching you for. The second thing that recruiters are now looking for on the internet is your social profile. And what I mean by that is they're going to all your social media accounts, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, in particular those 4. And what they're looking for when they assess these 4 social media is the following. First, cultural fit. Think about that. Think about what you're posting and uploading to the internet and how what you post and upload could potentially relate to the culture of a company that you want to go work for or of a company that wants to hire you. The second thing they're looking for is industry-related posts. And what they're doing here is they're trying to see whether or not you're an expert in your industry. Because if you are, you've probably been mentioned in either someone else's posts or you have posts that you've made yourself. And lastly, they're also still looking for professional experience. So it's kind of like a cross-check to make sure that what you've put in LinkedIn is accurate and vice versa. So they're going back and forth between the 2 to make sure that you have the professional experience that they're looking for. Now you may remember in session 1, we talked about a survey that LinkedIn conducted, and it found that 85% of the employers it spoke to stated that a positive online reputation was good for their hiring process. However, on the flip side of that, 70% of those same employers stated that they have rejected a job candidate because of what they found online about that person. So let me ask, what does your brand online say about you? What image are you projecting? Is it a positive image? Or could it be perceived as a negative image? Now I want you to take just a minute and I want you to put yourself in the shoes of a recruiter. You're conducting research on a potential candidate and the first place that you go to is Google. So what do? You type in that person's name, you hit enter, and this pops up. What would you think about this candidate if you found this picture online? Would you brush it off and think, no big deal? Or would you think that this person is talking directly to you? How might that impact how much further you research this candidate? Would you stop there or would you continue? You see, more than ever, our reputation and our image is being defined by others. All these things that you're posting online, these are the first things now that potential employers and that recruiters will find and see about you before they ever speak to you the first time. If they don't like what they see, you may never get that chance to make a first impression. So let's take just a minute and let's talk about your homework from session 1. When you typed your name into Google, what did you find? How many times did you actually appear on the first page of Google? And I mean you, not someone else with the same name. How many times did you appear on the second page of Google? If you did find yourself Was the information relevant? Meaning it's something that really related to you. Was it also diverse? Meaning it comes from different sources, so you're not just getting everything from, say, one social media profile. Did what you find positively contribute to your online reputation? Did any other people with your name come up? Based on what you found, would you want people to be confused about whether it was really you or it was actually them? Did you conduct your search and not show up at all? Believe it or not, in today's day and age, that's almost as bad as finding something negative. So as we close out session 2 of the Personal Branding Blueprint, I want to give you some actions to take that will help you with what you found when you did your search for yourself online. First and foremost, if you have anything online that you have direct control over, so for example, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, if any of those things, now that you looked at them in a different light, you believe could contribute to a negative reputation, go and take those things down today. But what do you do if you found something that was on someone else's site and you don't have direct control over it? Well, there's a couple of things you can do in this case. First, you can contact the webmaster of that site. Usually you can do this through their Contact Me page. If there isn't a Contact Me page on this particular website, you can go through Google and request that they have the page removed. So I've attached a link down below to help you walk through the process of how to do that. The last thing you can do is you can start working towards a more positive image by starting your own blog today. And there's a link down below to help you do that. So that wraps up session 2 of the Personal Branding Blueprint. We'll talk to you next time in session 3, where we begin to discuss your offline brand.